Hello and welcome to the Zoominghooskpodcast, and I'm your host, Dustin DaHusky.
And I'm what your mother and father warned you about, Cordon Sourpuss.
So, it has been a little while. I've decided that Tuesdays are probably not going to be, consistent for, podcast dates. Hoping to make Saturdays more consistent again. Just work kind of keeps me up a lot longer in the bus than I would want to. But I'm hoping to maybe make Wednesdays or Thursdays the podcast date, but since we were in the mood to do podcasts, we're doing it on a Monday. So we're hoping to make it more, what you would say, consistent again.
Happy Monday.
Because I actually miss doing this. So.
Happy Monday.
So in the mail, I got something in the mail.
Yep.
Regarding the IRS, and I thought, oh, cool, I got one of my tax returns back. Nope. Turns out I filed wrong. I did something wrong. So...
Or maybe a line was missed.
Or something. So, I had to do, substitute SB page whatever thing, but me and Kurt...
Form 1.
Or form... Is it a Form 1?
Yep.
Okay.
It's...
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
So, we decided to think, hey, well, let's submit it online. I've never done anything online. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. Thinking it might maybe undo whatever you put in. It don't work that way.
Nope. After you file, that's it. You only file once.
You only file once, and you can only fix by submitting an additional form to fix whatever was not consistent. Or
the actual form that they requested.
Right.
Which I feel bad because we wasted a good hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. And what I thought was going to be a fun time on TurboTax turns out to be an irritation that I've never experienced before.
Not in a while.
That I'm just totally, absolutely, fumed and very fuzzy Hoosk of just absolute poof.
We're both poofed up.
Yeah. So... I am super certified Hoosk because I've never had done so many verifications before.
Oh my god.
Through email, through phone, through email again, through phone again.
You're verified and re-verified and...
The amount of information I had to divulge to the IRS and TurboTax is disturbing.
Yep.
Much more than I was ever hoping to. And there's a little page on that website that says... do you accept us selling your information to any of our subsidiaries?
Yep. TurboTax sells our information, of course.
Every corporation sells our
They
information
do.
to everyone.
That's why they have rewards programs set up. So they can harvest your information and sell it for money. Let's be honest.
They're making money without us even understanding it, realizing it, or knowing it. They're making money on us all the time.
Yeah.
That should be illegal in this country.
We're literally harvested.
I don't know if it's even illegal in Europe to be selling your information like that. But in the United States, apparently that's fair game. Yeah. I don't know if in Canada, if that's even a moral thing that they do up there. But it seems in the grand USA, if it's your personal information that you put online... Okay, so... getting into your personal information, you know how people say, oh, don't put too much information online or not people are going to learn more about you. To be honest, I am less concerned about what I put on Facebook and Twitter than I am putting stuff on an ordinary website that requires all of your basic information.
Yep.
Twitter... You put your fake name there. It doesn't even have to be your real name. And they don't know. They will never know.
So, with the IRS verification, they took steps.
They took so many steps.
They wanted your financial history. They wanted a 2-pin verification. They wanted...
From 2 sources.
They wanted your ball size,
Yeah, they wanted to know my ball size,
and they wanted to know
my dimensions of my colon, of you
Yep.
know what bad dragon toy that I can stick up there.
Yep.
To which actually, oddly enough, it was never in metric. They asked only in imperial units.
Right.
So obviously, this is America doing this.
Oh yeah.
Um,
One thing I noticed, TurboTax, when you're filing late,
yeah.
they get you on everything.
Oh, they're nasty.
They
And I
they
didn't
basically finagle and demand that you upgrade to the deluxe version. Then they offer, rather than you paying it outright, they offer to have the cost of the program deducted out of your refund.
to be honest, I'd rather have that because you know what? Get it over with.
Right.
Get it over with.
But the problem with that, which we found out, was what?
You needed to go through the IRS website to know.
No. Well, that was part of it. There's a fee to have it taken out of your
Oh yeah, God damn it.
refund. So there's a fee to take care of the fees.
So on top of the $110 for the fees to do this late in the tax season, there is a $40 fee to pay for the $110 fee. If that makes sense. That's $150 fucking dollars. Which I was okay with the 110 because I did this system twice. Because
Yeah.
I did it the second time without doing the retirement savings
plan.
credit.
Yep.
I avoided it, and they still put it in anyway. And you were dumbfounded too, because you didn't think it was going on until
No.
I showed you. Yeah, it's back to 600 blah 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 blah
So
blah dollars.
there was literally a fee,
Yeah.
as you said.
So I'm not too enthused. I'm not angry at you because we both didn't read it well enough.
No.
But we both wasted 2 hours of our time.
Oh my God.
You know what was true about this whole thing?
Hmm.
When TurboTax said it takes 15 minutes through IRS website to get your 2019 tax information, or no, not the tax information, but the form.
Yeah.
You know what? It took less than 15 minutes. I was impressed because we timed it.
Yeah.
You know what I use as my frame, or as my phrase to recognize myself that it is my IRS account?
Hmm.
You can put whatever phrase you want on it. And you said, I hate the IRS, right?
Right.
I put mine, burn it with bees. So I want someone in the mainframe of IRS going through all these new accounts saying, I hate the IRS, down with the IRS. IRS can suck these nuts. Then there's going to be me, like, burn it with bees. They're going to put a red flag on me saying, he's going to burn what with bees? There's the unknown bits, like, oh, I'm going to burn the IRS with bees? Oh, okay, see, that's pretty standard. Now there is an uncertainty. What is the Hoosk burning with bees?
What if you get a letter from the IRS?
I got a letter from the IRS say, we do not condone the harm of bees in your master plan of burning something with them. I would refrain from ever using bees as a means of arson. That would be funny. I would frame it. I would frame it in a bulletproof glass, bolt it to the floor, or bolt it to the wall, and never take it down. It'll be the most glorious thing I'll ever do.
Yes. So earlier in the week we were talking about different holidays because Mother's Day just passed. And
Yep.
Happy Mother's Day to anybody out there who
And
happens
you
to be a mother.
You explain how Mother's Day came about.
Right. This one daughter, I forget her name.
Irrelevant.
She was just honoring her mom,
Right.
and it became a thing. It caught on in the local town that she lived in. Next thing you know, towns across, America
Started recognizing it.
started recognizing it. Before you know it, corporate America caught wind of it and turned it into another day to make bank off of people.
Yep.
Because you want to send flowers, you want to do this, and, gift the person that has raised you and reared you and helped make you into the person you are,
Quite literally.
while still honoring your mother. My point with all that, though, is that really corporate America,
Wants more cash out of you.
oh yeah, they've turned every holiday, big or small, into corporate gains for themselves.
There is nothing genuine about what goes on in this country.
Yep.
They'll find a way to make money on it.
Yep. Obviously Christmas.
Christmas is a big one. Have you ever realized why Republicans get their panties in a bunch when we call it Happy Holidays? Which, to be honest, there's so many other holidays around the world that celebrate similar things.
Yeah.
In fact, Christianity did not create Christmas.
No.
It's actually the Nords. The Nordic people, the time of Yule, not even a Christian thing. It was a Viking thing or something like that. When we actually repurposed Halloween from Wiccan.
Yep.
We've repurposed Christmas from the Vikings. We're going to capitalize because, Christmas was certainly meant to be a religious time of year. However, it was not corporatized until the 20th century.
Right.
That's when we were making products specifically for Christmas.
Did you know that other countries celebrate their country's freedoms on the 4th of July, same as us?
Wait, what?
The 4th of July has become a worldwide holiday.
Because we leave bases from around the world and... explain that.
I just noticed that other countries also celebrate their country's freedom, because that's the 4th of July was when we declared freedom from Great Britain. But other countries also, I don't know why they do it on the same day, but I think it's a corporate thing.
I think it's sucking up to us.
Yeah.
Frankly, countries, all of you out there, 195 of you countries out there, celebrate your country's formation on the days that it was actually formed.
Yeah.
France, we don't celebrate 4th of July. We celebrate 14th of July, Bastille Day.
Bastille.
Because you know what? Heads rolling. There we go.
Yeah.
There is nothing sacred about any day in the year to corporate America, because if we make something good out of it, they want to make in as most cash for it.
Yep.
Because Americans are gullible enough to buy into it. Because I don't even think Germans, they celebrate Christmas like we do.
Yeah.
However, they're not going apeshit insane over Christmas trees.
We don't know that.
I'm sure some do, but not all of them. I'd like to think they have more common sense.
It all depends on their biggest corporations in their countries.
That would be Opel, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen.
Is Walmart over there?
No. Because I think they had Walmart in Germany and then realized it was a disappointment and nothing but depression. And the Germans are kind of a depressed people, and they can recognize Walmart as, you know what? No, we don't need this shit. Get it out of here. I know for the longest time, Germany refused to have any Walmart in Germany. In France, I've never seen a Walmart in France, and I hope to never see one.
I want to find out what countries
So, as you look at countries with Walmart and not, I'm going to keep talking about holidays in corporate America. My favorite one, Valentine's Day. And when I mean favorite, normally it's just another day for me, because you know why? This is my thought. I see people go out of their way to buy a bouquet of flowers, go out to fancy dinners at restaurants and whatnot, costing hundreds of dollars. Buying your significant other something incredibly expensive to show your love to them. You know what? You should be loving your significant other every day. If you're going to use one day of the whole year to show your love to someone, it seems so fake. It doesn't seem genuine. Because you're going to use that one day of the year to express how much you care about someone, when you should be doing that every day.
Yes.
That's why I don't... Yeah, I might say, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. But you know what? It's just another day for me. Because you know why? I am not going to treat anyone else any more differently on that day than I do any other. Because you know why? It's just another day. I'm still going to express how I feel about my significant other.
I mean, we did do dinners. A couple dinners.
We did when we were dating.
Yeah.
But we also said to each other, "Hey, it's Valentine's Day. You want to do anything?" Like, not really.
Half the time we just stayed home.
Yeah, because you know what? We also thought, this is a silly holiday. We just treat it as any other day and just did something special.
And we did orange juice and sake.
Yeah, which gave me horrible heartburn, but it was okay.
You ready for this?
Oh no.
This is going to blow your socks off.
So these are countries with Walmart.
Yes.
Okay.
Botswana.
I'm surprised about that.
Canada.
I'm not surprised about that.
Chile.
Surprised about that.
China.
Not surprised about that.
Costa Rica.
Not surprised about that.
El Salvador.
I forget where that is.
Ghana.
Okay, alright. That's surprising.
Guatemala.
I know where that is. I think it's Central America. Okay.
Honduras.
Okay, alright.
India. I'm not surprised.
Wow, okay, alright. Okay.
I'm not surprised. Japan.
No, not Japan.
Yes, Japan.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I had to take a sip of my sourpuss. Kenya.
What?
Kenya.
Damn.
A lot of third world countries in here. Lesotho.
Isn't that saying a lot about not to make fun of other countries? I'm going to say it for what it is. There are some third world countries on this list for a reason.
Yeah.
Not saying it about the people. I'm talking about economically.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are third world countries.
Yeah, they target them.
That's what Walmart is. If they're established in any country, it's going to likely be a third world country.
Yeah.
Canada, I'm sorry, you're a third world country because apparently Walmart's there. America's been a third world country for a long while because our infrastructure to a lot of Europeans remind them of the 1980s.
Yeah.
So we aren't far from that. But let's keep going with this list.
Malawi.
Not sure where that is.
Mexico.
Not surprised.
Mozambique.
Okay, wow, okay.
Namibia.
Oh, wow.
Nicaragua.
Okay.
Nigeria.
Wow, a lot of African countries.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
South Africa.
Not surprised.
Swaziland.
Not surprised.
Sweden is not on this list.
Neither was France or Germany.
Nope.
You know what? Good on them.
Tanzania.
There's a lot of African countries.
Wait, this one really doesn't surprise me, but Uganda.
Shit. I mean, the same Uganda that has the Kill the Gays bill.
Yep.
The same country also has Walmart. And you know what? Our country hates gay people anyway. So you know what? They have two things in common. hate gays, love Walmart. That's disturbing.
At this time, we ask that all the children leave the room.
No. That child cannot be there. This is what the homosexual do in their bedroom. They do a sex practice called
The
fisting.
feasting.
Well, they insert their hand into the other man's hand, into the anus all the way, and it's so painful they have to take
lots of drugs.
But they enjoy it.
But they enjoy it. United Kingdom, the UK.
You know what? I was hoping they would be on that list, because you know what?
Yep.
They are the America of the European world.
They are.
They, compared to us, they're a bit more civilized.
Aren't they the ones that separated from Europe?
Yeah. To Europe, no, to us, the UK is a bit more civilized. But to Europe, they're very much like America.
Yep.
To the rest of the world.
A stain on Europe.
Yeah.
At this point now.
When they say that Great Britain was going to leave the UK, when they joined the EEC in, 1977?
Yeah.
A lot of the Europeans on the continent say there was a relationship, but there was never a marriage. So how could there be a divorce from Europe?
Right. The funny thing is about that, the people that I know, people I know of,
Yeah.
most of them either did not want to be separated from Europe, or they just don't care either way.
That's actually the thing, though.
Very common.
The British saying that they don't care either way.
Yeah.
That's actually part of the problem.
Right.
The ones that wanted to stay are the ones that actually are in the right.
Yeah.
Because being together, you become stronger economically. You help each other's markets.
Yep. They should have just left it the way it was.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, the British were so British with a stiff upper lip. There's a reason why their whole car industry was run into the ground, because you know what? Even after they joined and made it fair for a European, continental European automobile brands to have unrestricted importation of their vehicles, because once Great Britain joined the EEC, there was a quota of how much could be brought into the country. When they joined the EEC, the allowable imports per year had to be a bit less restrictive, because now the Great Britain economy was going to be somewhat playing along with the other big economies in Europe, hand in hand. But you know what? Great Britain never actually competed well enough with other European brands, because, let's face it, they've been so alone in their own world that a lot of products they made for themselves were they weren't really actually... Does that actually work?
No, it doesn't. Trying to use a pretzel as a stylus doesn't work.
No. It's just... To kind of pull it all in, and not to say that I bash the UK, because I've been to the UK. I enjoyed my stay there. The people were friendly, although oddly enough, their drivers like running over bicyclists at an alarming rate, which was disturbing. But they're friendly people. Their furs are fantastic. They've been really, really friendly. But leaving the EU was not a good thing. Granted, while you were never married with continental Europe, you still had a good a long-term dating relationship with Europe, which was still good.
Yeah.
And now that you're set yourself on a course into the Atlantic, not to say that you're fully on your own, but you're fully on your own, and that's not good for Great Britain. And Great Britain's economy might contract. I don't know what's going to happen. But seeing where a lot of British people want to move out of Great Britain now, most of all the British people that retire all move to southern France.
Yeah.
That's already saying something.
That was called Brexit, wasn't it?
They're leaving of the EU, yeah. Brexit.
I missed one country. Zambia.
That's African. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
at this point.
This might be interesting to know. Considered a state, a lot of people don't think of.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
That's part of American territory, so.
And there's
So,
10 stores there, I think.
you know what? That's 10 stores too many. It's too
Average
many.
wage at that store is $12.79 an hour.
In Puerto Rico, that's not much from here.
That's criminal.
You know what? If you're a global company, you can afford to pay your workers better wages. But
Oh, no, there's only 5 stores down there.
good.
Oh.
You know what? That's 5 less than I thought, and that's still 5 too many.
Never mind. 37. Sorry.
What the fuck?
They've acquired. So there's 5 Walmart stores, 13 supercenters, 12 Amigos.
Oh, so you're counting their subsidiaries.
Yep.
And Sam's Club.
And
because-
7 Sam's Clubs.
Okay, so. Because actually, if you did not know, Sam's Club is also operated and run by Walmart. It's technically premium Walmart, except you're paying for more.
And you have to pay a membership fee.
Yeah, which if you don't go there often, you're wasting your money.
Yep.
You're better off going to Costco.
I think I went to Sam's Club one time and I was like, this is crap. I mean, you get like almost as big as your closet.
Yeah.
Actually, cut your closet in half. You get a thing of toilet paper that big, where it's just this huge
Roll.
block of just
I think
rolls.
Sam's Club is more like on discount stuff. Like you can get more on bulk. if you
Mass
needed
quantity
to.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still is the same Walmart quality, but
Yep.
more price.
Yep.
Yeah,
That isn't
that's-
saying much anyway.
No, it's not saying a whole lot much.
Oh, I didn't check Hawaii.
Hawaii is a U.S. state, so
No, I
that's...
know. I'm just trying to see. Yep, there's Hawaii stores. 12 stores in Hawaii. That's almost one on every island.
Because the islands aren't that big.
Well,
Jeez.
can't get away from them.
I have to wonder, if you were to drive the whole circumference of each island, I wonder how long of a drive that would actually be.
It'd be interesting to find out.
And it must be very, very pretty, too.
Oh, yeah.
To be on one side of the island and being on one side and how long, but
My cousin Kate used to live in Hawaii.
really.
Hmm.
The big island, or just one of them?
One of them.
Because I know Hawaii is the biggest island of the whole chain. Then there's Oahu? No. I'm so bad. I actually have a Hawaii poster.
Well,
What?
so how many islands do you think?
Oh, I'm sure there's hundreds. Because it's actually an active island chain. They're always making new islets.
137.
Damn. Shit, at that point it's the United States of Hawaii.
Yep.
Or the United Islands of Hawaii. They can technically be their biggest country without...
5 counties: Hawaii, Honolulu,
Yeah, okay.
Kaiau. I can't read those.
I can't read it either, but... there's Hawaii... So there's Hawaii, Honolulu, Kauai, Maui, and
Maui.
Kalawao.
I know of Maui. I believe that's where Kate used to live, on Maui.
And
She lived there for 15 years.
one island is uninhabitable because there's so much World War II ordnance buried there
Really?
that it could trigger off a giant crater in that part of... It may potentially blow half.
It just like collected there, or what?
No, it's just after the war, we made so much ordnance for the war effort. There was no need to have all that much ordnance all in one go.
So they just dumped
Especially
it
for
there?
So they literally dumped it in the sea.
Oh my god.
And it's so dangerous, there is no efforts to clean any of it up, because if you were to touch any bit of it, if one shell go off, the whole thing will
Shame.
blow.
Yeah. Good job, America. Sorry, but
Our way of disposal should have been deep in the ocean, where it would have affected almost nearly nothing, perhaps. But still, we decided to do
Yep.
shallow
or make
depth
one big block of it and shoot it out into the
space.
space.
I think that'd even be more dangerous.
True.
I think honestly, if I had made the decision and said, you know what, we don't need all this ordnance, I'd say deepest part of the ocean. We'll never see it again. And if we do, it'll be like 80 years later through a submersible where two dudes are sweating bullets and making total shits of themselves, realizing they're witnessing the largest stockpile of unexploded munitions in history. And yet they're staring at it between 8 inches of compressed glass at 21,000 feet below the surface. But still, yeah, there is one island. There is one big island in that island chain that's part of the big cluster that no one lives on because they've evacuated all personnel from that space because it's so dangerous. No human being should ever be near it at any given point. There's, in fact, U.S. Navy Coast Guard ships patrolling that island alone, knowing that, we got time.
No, I know.
So there's something that I've actually noticed, and I've dug a little bit into it more than I should. I want to be talking about Twitter and the furry community. And something I've actually kind of noticed, and I think maybe a few others have, and I figured let's maybe discuss it a little bit, and maybe never discuss it again. So I'm talking about the Twitter followers within the furry community. And have you ever noticed that a lot of these artists, fursuit makers, YouTubers, whatnot, have you ever noticed there is a offset ratio between small following to large follower numbers?
Yeah.
Which I've never really understood why that's the case, but I've noticed one thing. Have you noticed that fursuit builders follow other fursuit builders?
Yes.
And then artists follow other artists, and sometimes fursuit builders, because they see them as artists of a different craft. Then you have YouTube furries that follow other YouTube furries. You have furry dance competition dancers follow other dance competition dancers.
Of course.
And then you got the rest following the rest and others. It's all literally a chain gang bang of like the same people following each other in a microcosm.
Fans of each other.
Fans of each other. But have you noticed that a lot of them don't go beyond that?
No.
Which is actually kind of sad because you think...
It feels very elitist.
Yeah.
And segregated, unfortunately.
That's a perfect term to actually put it that I've been trying to think of. It is incredibly segregated.
It is.
You would think of all the friends that you made, and then all of a sudden, you went from following some odd number of people, and then now you've reduced it to less than like 200. How can you actually do that unless... It's more like this. You know that you are friends with someone, and you always know that.
Right.
But what happens if they unfollowed you one day? You know that you're still friends, but now you're not sure. It's like, did I piss you off?
Right.
Then you may have to ask them, did I actually piss you off? Is there something I can help? Then there's two ways of going about it. It's the person's going to refollow them because they're guilty of it, or they're going to say, oh, hey, I just unfollowed you. We're still friends. I just unfollowed you. That already kind of says enough. I think it's kind of silly.
There's two people that I can noteworthy say are both entertainers in their own right, both by YouTube. And one dabbles in art as well. And I may sound like I have a hard-on for Cooper Time, but I talk about him a lot.
And some people deserve the numbers that they do end up achieving.
That's why I constantly mention him, because he has been a huge influence on myself.
He's been a huge influence for a lot of people as well.
He's one of the people that really got me interested enough to want to be part of the fandom to begin with. Does YouTube videos, does art, has dabbled in art, is now doing a lot of VR stuff, really contributing to that community, and follows almost everybody back that follows him.
Yeah. That's rare.
Hell of a guy.
Yeah. It's actually one thing if you have 48,000 followers that follow you, but if you can follow 30,000 of them back, you're doing something fantastic.
Yeah.
That a lot of these other people, I don't expect artists to be following their commissioners.
Right.
I don't expect
Right.
fursuit builders to be following the people that they bought their suits from.
Right.
I don't expect that.
No.
Maybe their personal accounts, they might maybe.
But business
But
accounts.
their business
to me, that
accounts, I assume that it's meant for
one. Right.
only business.
I get that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
The other person, Shia Cabot.
Oh, Cabot?
Shia Cabot,
Okay.
the pink Cabot. Another great YouTube content creator who's been a little inactive lately. I don't know. I haven't checked his channel.
I think it's just the pandemic's really taken a toll on a lot of groups that tend to not live together.
But another guy that, like, I remember when I finally met him at MFF, like
Yeah,
the first MFF we went to where we had a room.
yeah.
And I remember meeting him and just saying hi and introducing myself. And it blew me away because he was like, "Oh, I'm aware of who you are." And I was like,
Wait,
wow.
he was aware of you.
Me.
That's awesome. See,
And that blew my socks off a little bit.
See, that's something I would love to see with some of these influencers that I like to name. I'm not going to name any, but the influencers out there, I like to think they're doing it because their fans are enabling them to, and they're going to feed off of it.
Right.
However, their fans will only go so far eventually. Because if you're going to ride off of your fans but not give them anything to, make their day a whole year, is to do exactly that. Is to go about saying, "Oh, hey, I've seen you online. Thanks for making good posts on my account. You make my day."
Yeah.
Saying something like that is something rare I see that comes about.
Right.
Xander, Alkali, Dragor, Pandez. These are good individuals where they deserve the followers because they have contributed a lot to not only the community, they're great content creator in the terms of their craft. Xander, or really, her name is actually Zanny now, so Zanny.
Oh, she changed it to Zanny.
Yeah.
Zan
or Zanny. And her craft is stand-up comedy, which is something I can never do because I can be funny only in story form, much like Alkali. I'm a storyteller, but I cannot be a stand-up comedic. That takes some actual talent, and I can understand that. I'm more in line with Alkali and Pandez in terms of telling a story. Pandez can do a bit of both. I noticed Pandez can do a bit of stand-up, but he's very much a good... He's very much a good storyteller. Alkali is a classic storyteller.
Another one that follows you back, I believe, as well.
Well, not only that he knew us for a very long time, but he's just one of... These are groups of people that are genuine enough that actually give a crap about you.
Right.
I'm not saying that Sparkle Face Dog Sparkle Face with 100,000 followers...
I don't know him.
Oh, that's literally a name that I actually made that up.
How about Cosmic?
Cosmic Wolfie?
Yeah.
His vines were fantastic, and then when Vine went away...
Were fantastic.
Well, they no longer exist.
He pulled the plug on that whole thing.
Even before it went down.
As soon as he heard that Vine was shutting down, he deleted everything.
He hasn't done much since. However, because of those Vine days, he still has relevance. But not so much. He's a classic example of a furry that was kind of a has-been. I'm saying that loosely, but that's just how I see it.
But it's true. I mean, he invested everything in that.
Oh, yeah. He put his heart and soul.
He had panels dedicated to how to make vines, successful vines.
Yeah.
I mean, and I gave him credit for that, because at least, I mean, he...
There is a methodical approach to that, and you know
what? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now let's go with the YouTubers, because I'm going to be very honest. They know the algorithm.
Yeah.
The really well-known furs, I'm not going to say their names, because you know what? We probably all know them.
Majira.
I got nothing bad, actually, against them. They created something, and they should be proud of it. But they've totally taken advantage of the algorithm that they've created and what Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube and even Twitter has created. They've taken advantage of it, know how to exploit it to gain their influence.
Right.
No, I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong because everyone else does it.
Right.
It's a free game. It's literally a free-for-all. If you can make it work, good for you. Some aren't able to get it to work because you know what? They don't have the backing that they do to make that possible. You can make good content, but no one will.
Time.
It's a total crap show. So there's something that I made in a video that I've not yet released. It literally talks about this. Actually, this is something I've read in a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
This one I'm actually going to go very short in because I already made a video about it and I plan on maybe releasing it soon. But someone made a mention that if you have 10,000 followers on Twitter, that your personal account on Twitter is no longer yours.
Whose is it?
Well, obviously it's your account. And you're going to be used as a wrestling punching bag because, as I mentioned, there's going to be people out there going to revel in every single fall that you make. But you have fans to prop you back up. Who cares about a follower number? Because you know what? It's just a number. A number should not dictate what you should do.
Right.
You can have as many people follow you, but if you're going to say that whatever your follower count is means that now you no longer own the rights to your fursona, to your fursuit, to anything, because now you've become kind of public domain, which I don't agree with because you know what? It's silly. It's your Sona. You created it. No one else can own it. There we go. Furry punching bag. You know what? Who cares about the bad stuff? Focus on the good stuff. If you're big, you don't have time to even listen to the bad stuff anyway. So I don't think that's really an issue either. But I don't know. It's just to me. Oh, that's a Hoosk and a baby.
And look who the ad is.
Oh God, it's Walmart.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad. It's just.
That's an algorithm at work right there.
Yeah. If you can take advantage of any algorithm, you can get big, regardless of whatever community you're in.
Yep.
And to be honest, if you're going to chase after an algorithm, you may have built up your empire. But it's not to say it'll last forever, because eventually everyone's relevance dwindles after a time. I don't know. The whole Twitter by the numbers thing, looking at all these bad ratios of someone who follows 156 people but has like 28,000 followers. It's like, dude, you used to have 2,000 followers at one point. Now you've drastically reduced to just less than 200. Wow, you did a lot of spring cleaning.
Who's the Roo that's made it real big just by tweeting?
Tweeting.
Renegade Roo. Another good guy.
He's actually a genuine guy that deserves the attention.
Sure.
There's some furs that actively hunt for it. He just became him. And you know what? That goes to what I was saying about you no longer own your character, your account, because you become neutered. You're PG-13 because now you have to watch what you do. Renegade Roo, he's just himself. Yeah. He's always been himself.
I believe it was him that tweeted something just recently about I'm almost positive it was him, but if I am wrong, please correct me. He said, "Is it just me, or has Twitter become hornier now that photos are not cropped?"
I'm gonna say this: Twitter has always been horny. It's always been horny.
For sure. For you and for me.
I mean, that's for our own separate accounts.
Yes.
But, it's like Telegram.
Yeah.
It's always been horny. Like, for example, in the state of Wisconsin, there are a ton of not safe for work versions of group chats.
Yes.
I have been a strong proponent for my own group chat, Seaweed Furs, to not have a not safe for work chat, an 18 plus chat. Because you know why? How many chats? It's 45 minutes, Joe.
I'm just reading.
Oh. It's... Oh, now I lost my train of thought now. What was it going on about? Yep, okay, I figured.
Drunk.
I lost my train of thought about
That's
that.
okay.
Fuck.
I wanted to just kind of segue into my last subject in a way. Wrestling for God.
Alright, well, let's talk about that.
Speaking of horny.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, so... Just touching up
That's
about
fine.
that.
Go ahead. Finish.
For the longest time, I did not want my own community chat to have an 18 plus, because you know why?
Yep.
There are already 4 goddamn other chats meant for that. Adult chats. Of regular chats. And those get more active than the regular chats, because you know why? People are going to be more hornier on active chats, because people want to fuck. For the longest time, people said, hey, will you create a not safe for work chat for Seaweed? And I always say, no, because you know why? Why the fuck do we need another 18 plus chat? And you know what? Someone, I got a bit angry, but you know what? It is what it is, because furries are inherently horny for some reason.
Yes, we are.
There has been an 18 plus chat for Seaweed Furs for 3 years, and I didn't even know.
Aw.
I was pissed off, and then you know what? I said, you know what? Fuck it. If you can be responsible to keep whatever goes on in that chat, because you know what?
Yep.
If you haven't been on Telegram for a long time, but
no.
More drama propagates out of 18 plus chats than there are in regular chats. More shit goes down in them, and they often enough stink up an entire community.
You know why I stay away from Telegram.
Well, I'm sure it's full of drama, but then again, Twitter's full of drama too, and YouTube.
Not even just that. For me, it was just like the popularity contest again. Because I'm and not to like get into a whole other subject, but being that I am drunk, and subjects don't really mean much to me. I am a DHC fursuiter. And
that's pretty specific, yeah.
For the longest time, there was a DHC fursuit group on Telegram, and only DHC suitors were allowed to be in it.
Makes sense.
And all we did was basically kiss each other's asses about how cute our suits were.
That is the most pathetic thing.
I know. And I would every maybe like once a month, post a new, whatever photo had been taken of me or us or whatever, I would just post it. I would just share it.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, I would go there. I would go like 8 or 9 months without looking at the chat at all. And there would just be, because of the way Telegram's set up, 999 notifications for every time someone chats in Telegram. And I never understood how to turn off notifications for
that's pretty easy.
For the app. Back then I didn't understand.
That was pretty easy.
So it would just keep going up, and I'd be like, fuck, I gotta check this. So I would just check it just to make the notifications go away. Because I was still new to smartphone workings and goings on and all. But the point is, I hate Telegram because of that. And that's why I'm really not on there anymore.
I think Telegram, although both Twitter and Telegram have drama, you don't know how many people you actually talk to on Telegram. Whereas on Twitter, you can tell who's following you and not.
Well, if you're in a group, you can't tell. Only time I ever get on Telegram now is when I'm directly communicating to one other person, and that's it.
I mean, that's fine. The thing is, though, there is no follower count. In fact, most furs don't tend to really... Well, most popular furs may or may not use Telegram all that much, except for like in private, because it does not show any bit of status along with it. There is no number association to it like Twitter.
Right.
However, for groups, oh yeah, there is some beef between groups. Not between individuals, where else on Twitter there is an individual battle, which I also don't understand, but then again, popularity is like every high school. I just created a Wisconsin Furs film and digital photography group. I apparently may have pissed off one other Wisconsin Fur who had a group, but no one told me that there was already a group that existed. When I did the search on Telegram, I couldn't find it.
Well, then how are you supposed to know?
Exactly. So I created one thinking, hey, no one else has, I will do it. And mine is specifically the entire state of Wisconsin, and both including analog and digital photography.
You know, I'm sorry. If you're going to get butthurt over somebody else making a similar group to yours,
you need better...
You need to get your priorities straight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This person not only joined my chat to probably see what's going on, talked a lot about his own chat, and then left. It's like, okay, if that already tells me something about what this person is going on about. He's obviously butthurt that in my chat, there's activity. There's interest. I have plans for photo shoots that I really want to do with
that's
friends.
him. He's just fishing.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to touch again on the other subject I wanted to bring up.
Please.
Wrestling for God. Because I am a horny sourpuss, and one of my fetishes is wrestling.
What's your favorite part about wrestling?
The butt drags.
Sure Dan likes the ass.
I do. But more so than anything is the butt drags.
Explain a butt drag.
Well, when you're trying to get leverage on somebody, they're on their stomach and you need to get them on their back so you can pin them. And obviously any smart wrestler is going to defend when he's in a position where he could be possibly, yes, farted on. That's one true thing. But flipped over and pinned on his back. The other, his opponent who is trying to pin him will at some point reach down the crack and pull right
into his asshole.
Either in the asshole or just past it. in the gooch area, literally. Sometimes
can you smell my finger?
Sometimes both hands are there, one from the front and one from the back, to try and flip him over. Sometimes just one hand. And I swear to God, it's definitely a
They have to douche their assholes.
I'm sure that some of them don't care. If he's going to touch my ass, I want it to stink as much as possible.
My God.
But you have to be comfortable with your own sexuality to be able to compete in the sport. You know.
I'm sure Hulk Hogan's like, oh, that dude? Yeah, I am going to put my finger in his ass.
You're comparing pro wrestling with regular, legit wrestling.
I don't care. They're all like, I'm going to put my finger in his ass. I'm going to put my finger up your ass. All the way.
Okay.
And then, heavy breathing. And,
That's Randy.
Ass!
That's Randy Savage.
Yeah. Finger. Ass!
Anyway, so in my escapades of finding the hottest wrestler and best...
Escapades?
Escapades.
Oh my God, don't break your toes again!
broken.
Oh, damn it! Oh, my God! Oh, my neck!
So, in my ass-capades, following, because I've shown you some wrestlers' asses.
Every day.
And there's some pretty nice-looking asses out there.
There's a lot of good ham.
There's a lot of good ham. But one guy I keep running into, Seth.
Rogan.
No. Oh, fuck, what is his name? Well,
Seth Rogen.
Nope, it's not Seth.
Paul Hogan.
Nope. Doesn't matter.
Mustache Man.
The first name is Seth. I can't think of his last name. Grossman? Assman?
Ass Man.
Fuck, I can't think of his name.
He's
Anyway,
the cousin of the
just
trash
look
man.
just look up God's Wrestler, because that's what he goes by. This guy, I don't know if he's born again or just a flat out Christian, but he's so brainwashed by his parents that he's literally wrestling for God. Like, I pin these guys in the name of Jesus Christ.
You want to hear mine?
Go ahead, do it.
Wait,
Did you
how
lose
the
it?
fuck did it go? No, wait.
Wrestling.
It was I stick my finger in you in the name of Christ. No homo.
But yeah, he wrestles for God. Like, I just can't get over that. He believes that he's doing this for God.
Bible verse 3:16.
In God's glory. In God's glory. I mean, but yeah, this guy is a sellout too. He's got T-shirts. He's got a clothing line, for God's sake.
Like some furs.
Yeah, he has a clothing line.
Yeah.
He's making money off of his own name.
That's when you're full of yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes by the handle God's Wrestler.
Or God's handle.
God's finger. Finger of God.
The finger of God.
I'm-
So, okay. You know what? There we go. We are going to find an individual on the street, and we're going to call him. Look, you are going to be a wrestler. We'll pay you plenty. You're going to be called the finger of God. We're going to shave your head bald. We'll get a tattoo of a fingernail on your forehead.
And you have to stick your finger up every wrestler's butt.
But we'll pay you every time you do it. If you don't do it, you don't get paid.
Yep.
And if you do it 9 times, we'll pay you $100,000 grand each game.
That's a pretty big promise. You know how many fingers he would stick his finger?
He'd go into the crowd.
He would finger
He would
every
start-
person in the...
No! Finger of God, no!
Not the finger of God. He did it again.
Last night on the Wrestling Channel, Finger of God did it again, where not only did he defeated the Lamb of God,
His finger would turn a different color.
you know, like, you know how like
Do you know how
those.
many? You know how many butts this
Wait,
finger's
wait.
been up?
Wait. So I want you to do this. Wait. Do this. Okay, so we're actually grasping our hands like that.
Yes.
So this would be a poster, right?
This feels way too straight.
I'm not going to lick your finger, though, no. But imagine if, like, one of his hands in the poster, there is a brown finger. It's like, be there tonight. Be there. See the finger of God disappear.
Now, one of his fingers is definitely a different color from how many butts.
Bungholes he just decided to venture into.
Yeah, but
I'm doing this for money, God. Please.
I just got a big issue with this guy. I mean, he seemed nice at first.
I'm surprised he hasn't, like, given him the
Seth-
Bible slap.
It's Seth Gross. He's not
He is gross.
He's not gross.
Oh.
But like lately, he's been losing weight to drop down a weight class, so that he can finger more assholes in a lighter weight. in a lightweight class.
Not only that, but also drop in ring size as well.
So probably, more bony assholes instead of big plump butts. But I mean,
A bony asshole. How does that work?
he does not look healthy to me. I look at him and I think he's probably weighs like 150, 160 pounds.
Oh, so he's a thin runt.
He is super thin. He's dropped like 30 some pounds easy.
Is he doing the Jesus Christ diet?
I don't know, but his legs look scrawny as fuck.
At some point, he's not going to use his finger. It's going to be his whole leg.
Yeah, probably just leg up the butt.
Oh, I have a warm sock.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's bad. Oh my God. Actually, there is something disturbing that Alkali did tell me once.
What's that?
He says that a prolapsed anus is a pink sock. Oh my God. Why the hell did he tell me that?
Alkali said that to you?
Yeah.
Directly?
Like, yeah.
Why? In what context?
I forgot. I think we were like talking about. I forget what we were talking about. And he says, "Oh, hey, you don't want a pink sock." Like, well, what's a pink sock? Oh, a
Prolapsed asshole.
Prolapsed anus. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, yeah, it's not good. It's like, oh no.
We've done our fair share of research on that.
We did. Oh wait. Wait, what?
Pornhub.
Wasn't it that by accident, and then we got more curious, and then we found out more, and then got disturbed? Yeah. Oh my. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are into that, where they literally like have their entire fist go inside someone, pull it out, and just have
Chunks.
literally the pink sock of death from someone's anus, and then they shove it back in.
Some don't want it shoved back in.
Oh God. You know the whole anus, the donut butthole that you see artists sometimes draw?
Yep.
You don't want that.
Yep.
No, that is not sexy. It doesn't mean you just took in a giant horse.
But we're not judging. If you're into that, you're into that.
Oh yeah. I'm certainly not, but
I'm not either, so.
I do not want bowel issues when I am 10 or 15 or 20 years older, because you know what? Eventually, I'm sure that does catch up to you. Like, the body is amazing. It can heal itself in many ways.
Actually, this reminds me of the first time I ever had sex. I believe I had a minor prolapse because I remember shitting, and it was like this really long, thin snake. Yeah.
What was the snake?
Poo.
I thought you were going to go with the pink snake. Like, holy cow, a bunch of intestine came out?
No.
Oh my... Hey, this is a shitty podcast, so hey, we finally talked about shit for once.
No. Sorry, just one earlier.
I thought you were talking about a snake being that something dropped out of your ass, and it wasn't.
When I went to the bathroom, it was just this long... It had to be like 3 feet long.
That is not prolapse.
What is that?
Prolapse is when the entire colon
Well, I mean,
pushes out.
I'm just saying, what is that then that I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just talking about a very thin, like...
You're lying. That's
how thin the shit was.
You are laying a transatlantic cable. You nasty, nasty cat. I thought you were talking about a prolapsed anus. You weren't talking about prolapsed anus.
Well, I thought it was prolapse, and that's...
Why it came out so thin and long? I don't know. I don't know. You once destroyed the bathroom this week, and you're like, should I take a crap at work, or should I just go home? I'm going to go home. And then you destroyed the bathroom, and almost immediately, it was like Chernobyl. Like, you could taste it. It's like, do you taste metal? Oh, wait. No, that's not metal. That's shit.
That smells
in the air. And I couldn't believe it. Through doors.
Yep.
How is that possible? And then eventually, the rest of the house smelled worse than the bathroom itself.
Oh, it did. Thank God for the vent in there.
Didn't Eric mention anything about that?
No.
Like, he mentioned something may have smelled and he wasn't certain what it was. I forget who mentioned it, but I thought someone mentioned something smelled.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I heard something.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
I gotta sleep soon. I got a long ass day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I've got 2 hours before I need to go to bed, which I guess for 8 o'clock start, I guess it's not so bad, but I guess that's the latest I'd want to start, because that means, oh my God, if they have me out past 6 for 12 hours means that's 8 o'clock at night. Jesus fucking Christ. Because you know what they've been doing? They've been giving me 12-hour days. Every day. 12-hour days. I don't mind the overtime pay.
Can't you just do 10 hours?
I would love to, just to say, hey, give me 10-hour days to enjoy my evening.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm new, that they're going to give me all the time, which... Okay, alright, you're giving me more money. Alright, well, let's see how far that can go.
I think they're giving you the overtime because they don't have enough drivers.
Oh, yeah, we actually lost two operators because they were being overworked. So guess what? They're now overworking all of us even more.
You can't run a company like that. I misstepped today.
Oh, yeah?
Talking about overworking.
Yeah.
Because I worked 2.5 extra hours today.
Yes. Now actually explain what happened today at work.
Well, we're down 2 people.
Period.
From our department. Because they're both on vacation.
Oh, okay.
So we're just trying to keep up. But I misspoke to my team leader, and I was just saying to him how I hope they don't start micromanaging our time and telling us that we can't work overtime, because they have never said that to me. I've never heard back about how I'm working all this extra time, and them questioning, are you actually working? I'll be like, check the tapes. I don't even stop to take bathroom breaks, for God's sakes.
Is that what you said to him?
No, that's what I would say if they ever said that. If they ever came to me, I'd be like, just check the tapes.
I've been here since 5 a.m.
Yep. We need to eat these because the graham cracker part is starting to get a little bit
Hard?
soft, actually.
Aw.
Which is better than hard. But that it kind of translates to stale.
Right.
I'm going to make a new batch in a day or
These
so.
were good, actually.
But yeah, I after I said that, I feel like a very foot in the mouth kind of moment, because I should have just not said anything. But I said to him, like, Bob, like, if they ever come to me and say, you know, I'm working too much overtime, he's like, well, they'd come to him first, and I'd say, I don't want to hear it. If they say it to you, don't tell it to me, because I don't want to know.
It's almost like last summer where, when I was at my old company,
Yeah.
We had gotten two shipments of blenders that came in a wooden crate that I was unfortunate to be the one to open up the wooden crates with a crowbar and a mallet. And it was a lot of bullshit, because you know what? They put so many goddamn nails in that thing, I could not tear it apart. So my boss is laughing at me.
Somebody didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
And no, they overconstructed the crate to be indestructible. I just couldn't get anything open. So here's my idiot boss laughing at me because that he can't. He sees me struggling with some crates. Then he comes in and I'll say, hey, let me show you how it's done. Then I see him struggle for 10 minutes and he's huffing and puffing like, oh god damn, these things are fucking built like shit brick houses. It's like, okay, so now you're finally seeing what I'm, dealing with. Then I said out loud as I'm literally decided to start smashing the shit out of these crates. apps, because I actually sliced my finger open. At that point, I was having none of it anymore, and I started literally rage throwing that hammer against this crate. And I said out loud, but without yelling, I'm getting sick of this shit. Or I'm getting sick of this bullshit.
Yep.
And my boss says, well, that's why we're paying you this. Or that's why we are paying you for this, or something like that. It's like, I get paid barely enough to do this shit. And that's when I realized I should say less things.
Yep. Foot and mouth. Foot and mouth.
Because that only pissed me off more. I only said it because I was getting pissed off about the moment. I wasn't saying it to anyone else. I just said it out loud. And then my boss with his idiot mouth says, oh, well, we're paying you for bullshit. It's like, dude, you barely pay us at all.
Seriously, you got ripped off from that company.
And when I said that I was quitting and going to another company, they'd say they'd match. It's like, for fuck's sakes, you don't pay us at all, and yet now when we leave, you want to pay us more? No, that's not how it works. You should be paying your workers to be competitive with the rest of the market. If you can't even do that, you're not going to keep anyone. So.
Oh, fuck. I had something else.
Was it about Walmart?
It doesn't matter. All I know is that I'm going to keep busting my ass and making money. And if somebody comes to me and says I'm working too much... Oh, here's my thing that I said to him. I said, the minute they start micromanaging our hours of labor is when they're really going to start shooting themselves in the foot, because so much is not going to get done in our department. And as
How
much...
many days behind are you...
We're actually not too bad. Maybe a day and a half. Close to 2 days on some stuff.
And that's perpetual.
Perpetual. Oh, yeah. Like by tomorrow, that whatever the oldest thing will finally be worked out to the floor. And now the day after that came in after that will now be the oldest day.
So it's not sitting long, but
No.
it's just perpetual a day late.
I will say there's some apples that we've had in the past, not right now, but in the past, that sat in the cooler for a month. Apples. And when refrigerated, they can keep for a while. But only for so long before the apple itself starts to eat itself, technically. It gets shriveled.
Like a bunch of balls.
Like a bunch of balls, like one big hard baseball. So yeah, like when you go to like any store that sells fresh produce, please use your eyes and look for mold, because it's not just Walmart, it's all places.
Yeah.
I've seen it at Aldi. I've looked at their strawberries on the floor.
We both
moldy
saw it.
and mold. And it's not their fault entirely. I've gotten strawberries and put them out the day of delivery, and they were moldy. Because you don't know how long they've been sitting in our distribution centers.
That too.
Those are not direct from farmers. They had to go somewhere first before they get distributed to the stores. So, how fresh is fresh? Well, use your eyes, because, it's not always the store's fault. And when you have people like, that work at the distribution center, boy, shit just fucking sits around. I've had many things come from distribution. In fact, what did we get yesterday? We got an extra pallet that was supposed to go to another store, and we received it.
Oh.
We didn't receive it electronically, but physically, it's in my cooler that I showed you. It's just sitting in there.
That's a fuck up of the driver.
Yep. Actually, not just. Whoever loaded it up, it's really not the driver's fault. He's just driving it. Whoever loaded it, they put him in positions. This is for this store, this is for that store. They put it in order. usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 stores.
So what
And
you're saying is,
whoever unloaded it, I blame them more than the driver itself, because the driver does not do any loading or unloading. He only drives it there.
so actually it was one of your own employees that actually did the wrong.
Our receiving did
So
not
they
pay
took one too many
attention.
pallets.
Yep.
And he probably went to that exact store and then realized, oh, there isn't a pallet back there.
Yep.
You guys took one extra pallet that you shouldn't have because it said Walmart.
Yep.
But you didn't look at the address. I can't tell you how many times
Oh yeah.
we had one coworker at my old job that did that too.
Yep.
Took product that was not even for us.
Yep.
And we realized when we opened up the pallet, and then we
Yep.
realized, why are these plastic covers here? This doesn't look like our industry. Sure enough, it's supposed to go to Ohio.
Yep.
And you know what? Because we fucked up and we opened it up,
Yeah.
packing list and all.
It's now yours.
Well, it's not ours, but it cost the company money to then ship it from directly from us back to where it
Yeah.
should go.
Well, for us, it becomes ours.
Really?
Because the store manager even said, he's like, we'll just keep it.
What happens if you got stuff not even meant for Walmart?
Oh, it's just all Walmart stores.
Oh, okay.
It's not for other
Oh, okay. It's actually coming straight from Walmart.
distribution. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it may be coming from like a hub.
Granted, some of the stuff in there we don't carry at our location. Like organic green peppers, we don't carry them at our store normally. But yet, there they are. Beyond that, everything on the pallet was a duplicate of another pallet we got. With the exception of 1 or 2 items, maybe. So they just adjust the numbers, and now it's our stock. And, the thing is, you look at the bigger picture, Walmart will take the hit from one store and give the credit to the other store. So it's all, it's all cut and dry for them as a company.
Because it's all
but-
going straight to corporate
Right.
anyway.
So it's just take a little bit of money out of here, put it back in this store. So whatever, they don't care. They don't care.
Wow.
And now we've got all this extra stock that we don't have room for. Meanwhile, another store is probably out of shit because they didn't get that pallet.
Right.
So, yeah, I got to do that soon. I'm afraid we're going to have to cut this short.
Yeah,
because
I think it's a good time.
It's
I think
8:30.
we discussed quite a bit.
we did. I didn't
And
finish my
about the
beer.
Twitter thing, people are going to say, I'm jealous. No, it's just an observation I've noticed over the years. It's kind of weird.
Same. I follow more people than I am followed by. I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not about being a popular.
I just noticed that a lot of the people with the weird ratio, I started to notice that even some of their following list have actually shrank over the year or two.
Yep.
It's just I'm not saying that I dislike these people. I have nothing really actually against them. I just find it really strange that they all used to follow a lot more people,
Oh yeah.
and then all of a sudden they just
They cut back.
They cut back so much for some reason.
I don't blame them. It's a lot when you have like 7,000 or 8,000 people you're following.
It's not technically a lot if you're not following that many.
Right.
But
I will admit.
Just thought I would clear that out. I got no beef with any of these people.
I'll admit when I first started on Twitter, that I would go through a really popular account, and I would follow all of their followers to get them to follow me.
Maybe I should start doing that.
And I got a good 500 or 600 followers a month
Oh, really?
out of the thousands that I followed. I mean, I would follow maybe 2,000, and maybe like 100 of them would follow me back.
That's genius. Hey, you've learned it from the sourpuss.
Yeah. It's not buying followers, but it's definitely acquiring them.
You know what? It's all a game. And
I wonder if you can hear this. Probably
I don't
not.
know. It's all a game, but I don't participate because I've got other things better to.
Yeah, and I don't care now. I mean, I would. I'm not going to unfollow any of those people that I chose to follow, even if they don't follow me back.
Right.
I only do my Twitter for the entertainment of others, and
It's
just to
just-
contribute to the community as a whole.
It's just for me. It's just it's a strange occurrence that I see only in the furry fandom.
Yeah.
There might be other fandoms that might do that, but I've never seen it in any fandom besides furry that does that kind of weird ratio of people. Again, not bashing on them, but it's just
No.
it's an observation, and I kind of wanted just to bring it out into the light. But
Yeah.
anyway, the sour poos.
How many I follow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're
How many
actually
follow
a
me?
3-to-2
Yeah.
ratio. I'm more like a 2-to-1.
I'll use a 2-to-1.
But anyway, we actually have a fuzzy mic sock,
Yes.
and I'm actually kind of curious to see what the sound quality will be immediately afterwards. So, you might maybe hear this a bit more differently than you're used to. I will be listening to bits of it afterwards to see what is the difference. So,
Hopefully it's not muffled. It just sounds like us mumbling the whole time.
I don't think it'd be muffled because we both talk loud.
Because it's supposed to, I'm going to just do a test here at the end.
It's supposed to reduce echo, right?
Not just, it's supposed to, the P sound and the S's, the p, because that's where the air hits the mic and you get that.
The feedback of the concussion. And
not the
whatnot.
the concussion, yeah. So, sour poos.
Aw.
Sour poos.
Dustin.
Dustin
Alright.
DaHusky.
Hoosk. Anyway, I think we've actually talked quite a lot about a whole bunch of different stuff.
Wrestling for God. America.
I am hoping to try to be a bit more proactive with getting more podcasts up. This Thursday, I'm getting my second dose of the vaccine, which I'm not looking forward to if I'm getting a lot of symptoms, because I drive a bus, and that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, so who knows, I may be chugging a lot of Tylenol to get through my day. But you know what? Fingers crossed, I get nothing until then. So
Yeah.
definitely this Saturday, you'll definitely hear me feeling better or worse. I don't know which.
And I'll take care of you.
Aw, and the sourpuss will loaf on the Hoosk, and he would just kind of just loaf directly into the swirl. So anyway, this has been another episode of the Zooming Who's podcast, and once again, I'm your host, Dustin DaHusky.
And I am the Pedialyte supplying sourpuss.
And we catch you next time.